Okay.
Hey, how are you doing today? My name's Shelbie and I'm going to be your nurse. Can you just state your name and date of birth for me, please? Okay, Mr. Smith. So today the doctor has ordered a Foley catheter to be inserted. So I need to know if you have any allergies to betadine, iodine, or latex. Okay? So I'm putting you in supine position. This is going to make you go in easier, and then I'll raise you up after. So I'm just going to record that you don't have any allergies and confirm the doctor's orders for a Foley catheter. Okay? And then I'm just going to roll your sheet back. I'm just going to tuck it behind your feet, and then I'll situate you and finish inserting the catheter. So I'm just going to come over here and put some gloves on. Okay, I'll bring these over here, my supplies. And before I begin anything, I'm just going to give you some privacy as I lift this up. Okay. And then I'm going to start with perineal care. So I'm going to hold this up and wipe once around here. And then again, right under that. I'm going to get a new rag. And I'm going to do downstrokes. And if the patient were uncircumcised, you would pull the skin back and clean that as well. So now that I've done that, I'm going to tear a piece of tape for the catheter for when I insert it and tape it to your thigh. So I'm going to take these gloves off. And then we're going to begin putting the catheter in. So I've washed my hands. I'm opening this. This is going to be my trash bag just for stuff while I'm putting the catheter in. I'll try to move it out of my way the best I can. Okay, and then I'll begin opening my sterile supplies. Okay, and then I have another sterile drape. And I'll fix that as soon as I put on my sterile gloves. So I'm going to come over here, put on my sterile gloves. Sometimes these are a little difficult, Mr. Smith. Just mess this one all up. So now that I have, let me fix my phone. Okay, so now that I have this on, I'm sterile and I will drape this over you, and I'm going to fix that one, and then this one will go over you. And if I break sterile field at any time, I will start the procedure over. So now I can move my box and situate this out, and I'm just going to remove this cover off of the catheter. Throw it away. And then I'm going to take the water, remove the cap, and insert it so that I can inflate the balloon when I'm ready. Okay, and now I will take betadine, squirt it. I'm going to clean you off with some betadine. Again, if the patient were uncircumcised, you need to pull the skin back. So then, depending on just which nurse, you can either insert this lube directly into the penis, or you can squirt it in the tray. I'm going to squirt it in the tray. And now I'll take my catheter and I will dip it in. Okay, I'm just going to pull this out just a little bit, give me some slack. Okay, so I'm going to hold the penis up until I feel some resistance. Take a deep breath, Mr. Smith. I'm going to slide this in. Okay, I feel some resistance, so I'm going to lower the penis. Okay. And normally it would go all the way to a Y, this Y part in the catheter, but since this mannequin doesn't allow it to, it's not going to go all the way. So I'm going to stop it right there and inflate my balloon. Okay. I'll remove that. And then I'm going to pull back just until I feel some resistance. And that's good. So now I'm going to tape this to his leg over here. Okay, and I'll take the bag and I'm going to hang it below the bladder, but not on the side rail of the bed. Okay. All right, and I will take my sterile gloves off now. Clean my sterile cord. And at this point, you would rip this. Okay, and at this time, I'm going to collect my sample. And if it were longer than an hour, I would have to come back and clean the port to take my sample. But since I just put it in, I'm going to collect it from the bag. So I come down here and remove the clamp, and I'll do this and take my sample, hook that back, I'm putting it in here, come up here, take my sample and make sure I put my label on my sample, okay? And then I'm just gonna take this towel off, pull his thing back down, and get this out of his way. Take my trash. All right, and I'll cover him back up. And I'll be back to check on you in a little bit. I'm going to document that you had no distress, because if you would have had some, we would have stopped the procedure and I would have taken it out or stopped wherever I was at. So I'm going to document that you did okay and that you're not feeling any pain right now and that I've inserted the catheter. And I'll be back later. Hey, Mr. Smith, so the doctor said that you're doing really good. So I'm just going to put some gloves on and we get to remove your catheter today. So I know you're excited. Because who wants that in them? All right. So I'm just going to roll this back again. All right, and same thing as earlier, just going to give you some privacy as I pull this back. All right, and I will begin with measuring. I've got to empty the bag, and I'm also going to measure how much is in there. So I'm going to come over here, unclamp this, and empty your bag while measuring how much I get in there. Okay, and I will record the cc amounts that I got. Put that back into the bag. Pull this bag up with me. Okay, and I'm going to untape it from your leg. Okay, and I'm going to disinflate the balloon. I'm pulling it out. Okay. And I'm going to get you to take a deep breath as I pull it out, okay? And you did good. So I'm just going to throw that away. All into the trash. And take my gloves off. That was in the trash. And I will take this towel to remove his privacy, clean anything up off him, any leftover stuff. I'm going to cover Mr. Smith back up and get him back into a comfortable position. And are you feeling okay? You feeling better? Okay, great. So I'm just going to let the doctor know that we have removed the catheter and that you are feeling good, and I'm going to go document that.